Tak, doufám, že hraje i ta hra. Zvukově. Přestaň si přece podívat, ne? Pěrtuli. Tak. Teď zase nejdu slyšet? Nebo co? Jo.
My name is Richard Elmstad, and I used to call this city home. If you live here long enough, the stench of this city seeps into your skin. You have to get out. I lived here long enough, and then some. Long enough to get to know the people at the top, the politicians who line their pockets while the city decays, the vultures who take what they want while the rest of us go hungry. I'm a painter. I don't make much off my work, but I get by. I come from a long line of politicians, but I never wanted any part of that life. I traded the mansion on the hills for the life of a starving artist the first chance I got. I never regretted it. All the city reporters used to know my name. Some of them knew me for my work. Most knew me for my father. Carl Elmstad, my father, was the leader of the beloved Cosmopolitan Party, and this past year he ran for mayor. He was running against Edward Raban, an old rival of his, and pledged to change the way City Hall did business. He was a natural leader and an honest man. He saw the city not for what it was, but for what it could be. Politics was more than a job for my father. It was his calling. He never took a vacation and always showed up at town halls, for better or worse. The people adored him. Even when he failed, they knew he was fighting for them. He was fighting to take the city back, and the vultures at the top weren't going to let him. The night it happened was nothing special. He was working from home, as he often did. That night was his last. A cold-blooded armed robber broke in and shot him. The killer stole everything he could and left my father bleeding on the floor. My father was a noble man. He deserved better. When I was a kid, my father never had time for me. When I got older, I decided I didn't have time for him. Now I'm burying him, and I wish I could go back. I wish I could talk to him one more time. I'd tell him that I admired his courage, that I loved him, and always did. This was no random crime. It was calculated, planned. I'm sure of it. After the election, my father made enemies. And that night, one of them struck back. In my bones, I know that Edward Raban is responsible for this atrocity. I have to prove it. I don't have many friends in the city. But if there's one person who can help me at a time like this, it's Judy. I only hope she'll take my call.
Jsem trochu nachlazený.
Hello, Patricia. I really missed you.
Hi, Dad.
How was your trip? I hope you weren't bored. It's a long way from home.
What do you think? I was just staring out the window contemplating life? It's the 21st century, Dad.
I have to find out what happened to my father.
Já, to se to vyplo úplně. Božičku.
My name is Richard Elmstad, and I used to call this city home. If you live here long enough, the stench of this city seeps into your skin, and you have to get out. I lived here long enough, and then some. Long enough to get to know the people at the top, the politicians who line their pockets while the city decays, the vultures who take what they want while the rest of us go hungry. I'm a painter. I don't make much off my work, but I get by. I come from a long line of politicians, but I never wanted any part of that life. I traded the mansion on the hills for the life of a starving artist the first chance I got. I never regretted it. All the city reporters used to know my name. Some of them knew me for my work. Most knew me for my father. Carl Elmstad, my father, was the leader of the beloved Cosmopolitan Party. And this past year, he ran for mayor. He was running against Edward Raban, an old rival of his, and pledged to change the way City Hall did business. He was a natural leader and an honest man. He saw the city not for what it was, but for what it could be. Politics was more than a job for my father. It was his calling. He never took a vacation and always showed up at town halls, for better or worse. The people adored him. Even when he failed, they knew he was fighting for them. He was fighting to take the city back, and the vultures at the top weren't going to let him. The night it happened was nothing special. He was working from home, as he often did. That night was his last. A cold-blooded armed robber broke in and shot him. The killer stole everything he could and left my father bleeding on the floor. My father was a noble man. He deserved better. When I was a kid, my father never had time for me. When I got older, I decided I didn't have time for him. Now I'm burying him, and I wish I could go back. I wish I could talk to him one more time. I'd tell him that I admired his courage, that I loved him, and always did. This was no random crime. It was calculated, planned. I'm sure of it. After the election, my father made enemies. And that night, one of them struck back. In my bones, I know that Edward Raban is responsible for this atrocity. But I have to prove it. I don't have many friends in the city. But if there's one person who can help me at a time like this, it's Judy. I only hope she'll take my call. Hello, Patricia. I really missed you.
Hi, Dad.
How was your trip? I hope you weren't bored. It's a long way from home.
What do you think? I was just staring out the window contemplating life? It's the 21st century, Dad. I have my phone. Can we just skip the lame small talk?
Well, somebody's a bit cranky from the trip. Why don't you just relax a bit? We'll talk later.
Can't wait.
I have to find out what happened to my father. I know I haven't spoken to Judy in more than 6 years, but I need her help. I should call her as soon as possible.
Tak, akorát skočím vlevo, teda vpravo, protože vlevo budou ikony postav, co mluví. Tak to byl úvod do hry Metaphobia, které vydalo zdarma ke stažení mimo Steam a mimo všechny tady ty chujovinky, co se teď vymýšlí studio Mosaic Games, a mají to na GitHubu nebo něčem takovém, na nějaké té verzovací stránce to mají volně ke stažení. A sami o tom říkají, že to je teda adventura v 90kovém stylu. No, grafika by tomu možná odpovídala. No a dozvěděli jsme se teda, že můj otec potom, co se stal starostou, tak ho zabili potom při večerní práci u počítače a já jsem si teda, nebo tady Richard si je jistý, že za to může ten oponent politický, jo, a je teda potřeba to vypátrat. A první, kdo nám může pomoct, je Judy, to je sekretářka, které se brzy dostaneme, ale je potřeba ji nejdřív zavolat. Tak, to je štelování, jasné. To vydáme první. Jasné, mám prachy.
Some hard-earned US dollars. Not much, but enough for me.
Však stačí. Judy. Patricia anebo Judy, ale já chci ještě položit telefon. A tady se neoznačují věci, na které můžu kliknout. Ještě zešedne šipka. No, spíš ještě, jo, aha, takže se dá kliknout úplně na všechno, jo. Dobré, no, tak jo, tak třeba stoleček, co mi řekneš ke stolečku?
My paintbrush. I'll take it.
Dobré.
I don't need to touch that.
Žádný koš, ok, nůžky.
This place is a mess. I better clean it up. I'll start with these scissors.
Tohle, jestli jsou to nůžky. Tady nic.
I'll just leave it there. What if she comes back? I'll leave that where it is.
To tam nechám, skříněčka.
My knife! I've been looking for this for weeks. I wonder why it's in here.
Vzal jsi ho? Jo. Bez obalu do kapsy. Štěteček, nůžtičky.
No time for jazz.
Žádný čas. Tak co dcerka?
Do you have a moment, sweetheart?
No.
What is it?
How is my sweetest angel?
How should I know? Ask one of your girlfriends.
Come on, Patty. Really?
What do you want me to say?
We haven't seen each other in months. I really missed you.
Oh boy, here we go again. Yes, Dad, I love you too. Do we have to do this every 5 minutes?
When did you become so sarcastic?
I don't know, this morning.
Never mind.
Co ve škole?
How was school?
Klasika,
Can we
jak se máš, co
please
ve
skip
škole?
the how is school and gee, what nice weather we're having conversations?
Just asking.
School is fine.
V pohodě, jasně, co škola, pohoda. Tak.
How you holding
děda?
up, honey? I mean, with Grandpa.
Jako mrtvý děda.
It's
aha.
still hard to believe. I can't wrap my mind around it. How can anyone be so evil?
I ask myself that question every day.
I miss him so much.
Me too.
Taky no, tak obou chybí zastřelený děda.
Are you still interested in art? Or are you totally obsessed with boys now?
Are you making fun of me?
Trying to make a joke.
Of course I'm still interested in art, Dad.
What are you working on?
Dobrá zpráva
Still
je,
painting?
že pořád
Sculpting?
zajímá umění,
What?
I'm not in the mood for this right now.
ale ani na
Come
to
on.
nemá náladu.
We used to always talk about art. It was fun, wasn't it?
It was. I just don't feel like talking about it right now.
Okay, geez. Fine.
Jeez. No, na matku se ptát nebudu.
That's it for now.
Tak jo, zdarec. palec.
Okay.
Ne, to je samozřejmě blbost. Základní pravidlo každé
Do you have
adventury je prokecnout.
What?
Takže ještě na...
How is your mother?
Oh, now you care? After 10 years?
Patty, stop. I just want.
She's fine. She's got a new boyfriend. He's okay, but he's bald.
So?
Why would anyone date a bald guy when they can date a guy with hair?
Don't be
No,
so
no, to je
shallow.
otázka. Proč holky randí s
Just being
pošatýma, když
realistic,
můžou
Dad.
randit
You should try it.
jenom s
I
vlasy?
am. I just don't judge people based on their looks. Maybe one day you'll go bald. Then what would you say?
Yeah, right.
That's it for now.
Tak,
Okay.
prokecnuta. Dozvěděli jsme se to, že to je malá puberťácká mrcha. Obrazy, obrazy, obrazy.
I don't need anything in there.
Nic,
I'm not hungry.
nic,
I don't need it.
nic.
Jo. I already took a shower today.
Dobré, a víno mě zrovna teď nezajímá. Tak asi všechno, ne? Skříň.
I don't want to change my clothes.
Dobré, takže to je jasné. Je na čase zavolat Judith. Jak to udělám? Judy.
Why should I call her when she's here?
No jasné, jo, šipečkou. Aha, určitě pěkně. Judy.
Cassidy?
Hello, Judy. It's me, Richard. It's been a while.
Wow, the great Richard Elmstead has decided to grace me with a phone call.
Listen, Judy. I know you're upset with me, but I really need to talk to you
Talk about what?
about my father's death. I need your help.
Sorry to be blunt, Richard, but I haven't heard from you in 6 years. Now you want me to comfort you and tell you everything's gonna be alright?
No, it's not like that. I'll explain everything.
To bude dlouhé povídání.
Go ahead then, explain.
Not now. Can we meet in private?
Fine. Come to my place.
Thanks.
Aha, tak podle toho, co jsem se díval, tak to spíš vypadalo, že ta paní je sekretářka. Než že by to byla nějaká stará známá, co sedí u sebe v obyváku. Father's office, ne, tak jedeme k Judy. No, to je jasná kancelář, jako. Hi, Judy. To bude dlouhé
Hey,
povídání.
Judy.
If it isn't the famous painter, Richard Elmstead.
Please, Judy. Not now. I need
Toho
your help.
chlapa nikdo nemá rád.
Must be pretty damn important for you to come crawling back to me.
Come on, Jude. Stop it. I know it's been a long time, but I can't change that now. And, well, it's good to see you. I missed you.
Yeah, right. If you missed me, you would have called.
Mohl si zavolat.
Judy,
klasika.
please. I really am sorry. Look, if it makes you feel better, you weren't the only one. I haven't spoken to anyone.
Why? Why would you do that? What did we do to you?
I can't explain what happened. I needed to leave.
Whatever. So, what do you want?
Tak on před 6 lety tady má zmizel, s nikým se nebavil a teď se na něj všichni nasraní. Teď se vrátil kvůli to. Tak co, omluvíme se.
Judy,
Jsem říkal, že tím
I can't
začnu.
apologize enough for what I did. I didn't want to leave you. I just couldn't be here anymore.
You could have said something. You could have called. You just disappeared.
I know. I was going through a difficult time.
Don't act like the victim, Richard. We all thought you lost your mind. We thought you were.
I know. Please forgive me. I wish I could go back and change it.
But you can't. Well, nice to have you back, I guess. You look good.
Thanks. You too.
Don't act like the victim, Richard. We all thought you lost
Dobrý. Myslím, že dobrý. Tak.
So, how have you been all
Chceš?
these years?
Same crap, different toilet. But hey, I'm alive. I'm retired from the force, but man, do I miss it. I'm so bored, it hurts.
Maybe I can help with that.
Here we go. Guy drops off the face of the earth and shows up at my doorstep saying he can save me. No, thank you.
Come on, don't be like that. I said I was sorry.
I bet you're sorry. You know, you lost a good thing. I know Patricia was never crazy about me, but you were.
What's done is done.
Psh, yeah, whatever.
No a teď teda konečně se mám odvahu zeptat, jestli mi teda helpne. Tak co?
I'm here because I need your help.
Helpne?
What a surprise.
I know you're not on the force anymore, but can you still track down anybody under the sun? You still got the system up and running?
Yeah, I still got it.
A je.
You're the only one who can help me.
So, spit it out. Who are we looking for?
Edward Raban, to je ten oponent toho jeho otce v té politické té.
I'm sure you heard about my father.
Of course. I'm so sorry.
I need your help. I think Raban was behind it.
Jesus, Richard. That is a bold accusation. You know he's the mayor, right?
Exactly. He's the mayor now, since my father died.
I never took you to be the conspiracy theory type.
Funkci, no.
I know it may seem
Nevyhrál,
suspicious to you, but
pak otec umřel
you can't
a
just
on
go
dál
around
byl
accusing
starosta.
people of murder. Besides, they already caught the killer.
I know. That's why I want to find out what really happened. On my own. Well, with your help.
Sorry, Richard. It just sounds a little far-fetched. I need some kind of proof that Raban wanted to get your father out of the way.
See you for now.
Bye.
No, takže Judy má nějaký systém, ve kterým dokáže zjistit všechno o všech, ale nevěří, že by to byl ten Raban a chce nějaký důkaz. OK, takže
Honestly,
krásné knížky, krásná kytka a jedem teda do kanceláře, kde bude potřeba zjistit, co se stalo, že samozřejmě.
I'm sorry, Father. I wish I'd been a better son to you when you were alive. I promise. I will find out who did this to you. I will.
Jasné. Tak počítač.
The police already went through his documents and computer data as part of their investigation. I won't find anything useful in there.
Vyrabováno
I
policajtem.
love the smell of antique wood.
Ne, že se ti to líbí, jak to smrdí, otevři to, ne?
Peroxide in his work office? That's unusual. I'll take it
Peroxide?
nevertheless.
Vzal jsi peroxid? Jo. Druhý šuplík nebo otevři to první?
It's empty.
Prázdný. Knížky. Elektra. Pride and Prejudice. Carter in the Animal Farm. Oh! První hádanka. Podle velikosti. Ne? To se ještě dozvím určitě.
Let me see. An old phone book. I'll take it. Never know who I may need to call.
A teďka je zase
The old phone book is enough. The old...
Dobré. Certifikát.
I don't need that.
Židle.
No time to relax.
Telefon.
I love the smell of antique wood. I love the...
Takže mám peroxid a telefonní seznam, jo? Toť vše.
An old phone book. Hydrogen...
No, tady mu to jenom voní. Z okna už se vykecal.
What a beautiful view of the garden. Autumn is fine.
Kytka nic. Takže knížky, jo? A, E, P, T, T. A dvakrát to samo, nebo musím vylézt ven. No, to by mi dalo nějakou nápovědu, kašlete. Ještě doma možná se něco změnilo. Ništ. No tak v tom případě bych asi jel za to kdy s tím seznamem.
She won't help me if she doesn't believe me. I need to somehow prove that Raban was behind my father's death.
Dobré, tak to bude něco tady určitě.
I love...
Stůl nic, nic. Koberec, židle nic.
The old...
Tak je to fakt v těch knížkách tady. Elektra, Cartier in the Rye. Tak schováme se, mrkneme. Tak, schválně, to zkusíme takto, no? Takže bych se na to díval, jak to dělá. Tady někdo.
What is that?
No, tajná schránka.
It's a sealed document. Why did father hide it like this? I don't need to push those books around anymore. I already found the secret compartment.
Dobře, no, jsem se chtěl podívat, jak to bylo.
An envelope I found in father's office. I should open it carefully. These documents appear to be some kind of policy agenda. Let me
A
see.
důkaz.
Wow, this is huge. These documents detail my father's proposals for a wide array of new social programs. He called it Project Cosmo. He wanted to reinvest in the city's educational system with major building renovations and a new vocational school downtown. He had a plan to fight homelessness too. The city would build new shelters and partner with drug rehabilitation centers on a new work training program. He was going to raise the minimum wage and create a system that would offer healthcare to all city residents. It's ambitious to say the least. But how would he pay for it? Apparently Project Cosmo also included an anti-corruption initiative. My father had located hundreds of millions of dollars in misused funds. This was money that was flowing to organized crime syndicates and, of course, right into the pockets of Edward Raban and his political cronies.
This document identifies at least 24 politicians from both parties who were stealing money from the budget. Amazing. Raban must have found out about this and knew it would be the end of him. Could this be why he had my father killed? I wonder who else knows about this. I may be the only one. I should be careful with these documents.
Takže dokumenty, ve kterých je projekt, do kterého chtěl ten jeho otec investovat velké peníze a ty peníze by právě utekly tomu Rabanovi a té jeho bandě, kteří si ty je prostě strkali do kapsy místo toho, aby za ně něco budovali. Přibližně. Takže jdeme za Judy a řekneme jí, že kurva máme nějaké dokumenty.
She won't help me.
A však máme, ne? Ukážeme dokumenty, Judy.
I found a series of documents my father was hiding. They outlined an ambitious plan for the city's future. And trust me, this would have been the end of Raban's political career.
What was in the documents?
Mrkni, Judy, mrkni.
A series of social programs that would improve the city's schools, fight homelessness, raise the minimum wage, even offer health insurance to city residents. And all of it was going to be paid for by taking down the corrupt politicians who had been stealing from the city for decades. He named names, Judy. Most of them were Edward Raban's guys, too. He planned to go after Raban and his connections to organized crime. He was going to reform the whole city. Imagine the difference a man like that could have made.
Huh. I guess I never knew that side of your father. I always assumed he was just like the rest of them.
No. He was a great man. But I fear he made some powerful enemies.
All right, Richard. Let's say for now that you're right about Raban. Maybe he did have something to do with your father's death. What's our next move? You need me to look into something?
Jo,
The
mrknem po
public won't
Rabanovi.
believe me unless I can prove what my father wrote in these documents. Think you can help? Can you dig into Edward Raban's past a bit? Maybe we can find something that links him
Dobré,
to the
jak na tom
corruption my
počítači
father
je takový
talked
ten
about.
univerzální
me check.
wallpaper Windows XPček. Je
It's
auštovaný.
not gonna be easy. Yep, like I thought. I can get you archived newspapers, police records going back a decade, maybe a few internal memos, but the good stuff is classified. Only one with access to the real Raban is Raban himself.
So I'll break into his office.
Nah.
Yeah, security will definitely let the son of a dead political rival rummage through their office. Good idea.
Well, it's the weekend, so the place should be empty. I know these rich government types. They don't work on their day off.
How are you gonna get in? You need an employee card. Hold on. I might have something.
Klasika. Takže jdeme do kanceláře.
We used to call
Rabana.
this the skeleton key. It's an access card like any of the government issued ones for employees, but it's got a chip so you can adapt to any sensor in the system. Opens every door in the city.
Oh.
You're kidding.
We used it for investigations that required a little discretion. We got into buildings like Raban's all the time. Pretty cool, huh?
Shouldn't you give it back to the police?
Please. The pension isn't what it used to be. I took a few things for myself on the way out.
Can I borrow it?
Maybe. What do we say?
Please.
Please and?
Thank you.
There you go. That's the Richard I remember.
Takže máme kartu,
See you
která
for now.
otevře všechny dveře
Bye.
ve městě. A hurá teda do Rabanovy kanceláře. S kartou. Oh,
I better get to Raban's office as quickly and quietly as possible.
ok, takže rovnou
I
jdeme.
can't open the elevator with my bare hands. Not yet. She'll notice me. I need to disguise myself.
Abych nebyl podivný, co jde jenom kolem. Jo. Tak to
Just
bylo
pushing buttons. No time. That's hot. I don't want to.
I can't just talk to her. She may recognize me. I need a disguise.
Disguise. Co mám se pytel na hlavu, nebo co?
The access card Judy loaned me. If I start talking to her, she may recognize me. I need to disguise my...
Teď se jako ostříháš, nebo co?
I cut my hair on my own once. It looked terrible. Patricia never let me live it down.
No.
Just pushing button.
Co na příště?
My paint. I don't want to paint. I can't just talk to her. She may recognize me. I need a disguise.
Taky to ale nějak jako zahledit, ne? To je slovo.
I can't just talk to her. She may recognize me. I need a disguise.
Přestrojit. Ne. Ne, tak v tom případě jsem tady moc brzo ještě. A ještě se podíváme domů po nějakém přestrojení.
I don't want to change my...
Že mi dcera půjčila...
Do you have a moment?
What is it?
Is everything all right?
I guess so.
Všechno? Přestrojit se, jo. No tak...
I don't want to change my clothes right now.
Ale jasně, že potřebuješ vyměnit oblečení, ty blbé. No tak čím se mám přestrojit, jako?
I wish.
It's
No.
not time to fap.
I'll leave. I already.
No já by se tam přestrojit nebo něco. Dál by něco dalšího ještě. Raban's office, Judy, Father's office. Tam bude jaký prdlačku jako. No.
My clothes.
Že by zas Judy.
My clothes aren't expensive, but they are very comfortable. I have nothing to say to her. Honestly,
Tak jako kde se chceš přestrojit? Nerozumím. Co ty nechceš?
Just pushing buttons alone won't help.
all right. I could use some coffee.
Alright. Dobré.
Man, that coffee is strong. I can't just talk to her.
Jo, takže jsi zdal kafe, jo?
I'm awake enough already. I could wet the brush with that, but it wouldn't be of any use.
Pouring hydrogen peroxide.
I don't think that's... I can't...
Tak mám kafe, no tak dám kafe.
If I start talking to her, she may recognize me. I already have a pair of... Putting coffee on that won't help. I cut the brush hairs from my brush.
Jo, aha.
The hairs are very bristly.
Very bristly.
My clothes aren't
Takže mám jako vlasy, jo?
bristle. No, that... I want the hair... The hairs are very bristly.
Bristly, co to je? To je za slova? Dáme tam samé slova, které nikdo nezná. Bude sranda, to bude těžší.
The hairs are very bristly. The hairs are very bristly.
Velmi štětíme to je, no tak proto je přece dáme do toho peroxidu.
Pouring hydrogen peroxide on that won't help.
I'd rather
Moc štětinatý.
bristles. I want the brush hairs to stick together, but liquid coffee won't work.
Potřebuje dát k sobě.
Pouring hydrogen peroxide. A vending.
No tak koupíme ještě něco jiného.
I already had some.
Tak doma z toho jednou udělat to. Namočit to do barev nebo něco.
I don't think that's gonna work. I can't just do that.
That doesn't belong in the bathroom. I can't cook that. I only put groceries in the fridge.
Může být dcera pomohla s fusama.
What should I do with this?
What? A handful of pocket hair? Gross. Keep that to yourself.
Do you have... Is that...
Takže ona mi s tím nepomůže, jo?
I don't want to put that. I don't want to put. That doesn't belong. I can't. I only.
Tak zas Judy, nebo já nevím. Kde jsem něco zapomněl? Co, hej, pomož mi s fusama.
What should I do with this?
Is that hair? I don't want to know where you got that.
Tak.
No way. My clothes aren't expensive.
Honestly.
Tak dobré. Tak je tady ještě něco.
There's enough.
I'd rather... I don't...
Tak. To bude doma. Mrknu
Nothing else.
si.
I'll leave that there. I don't need anything in there.
No to jsem blázen. Se vám zase podívat, tak nezdržuju. To je ostuda teda. To je ostuda teda. Tak co se dá ještě udělat s vlasama jako? Tak, ale to bude teda určitě Brabant's Office, možná. Co s kávou? Pořád na topení?
Bristles from...
Aha, počkej, on tam dal ten kelímek, kde
The hairs are very bristly.
Ne, jo, takhle, na topení.
No need to heat that. It's hot. The heat has completely dried the coffee. The only thing left is a sticky, sugary residue.
Jo. Takže vypařila se káva a zůstal takový. A teď uděláme čupr vlasy.
voila.
Voila.
Okay, so...
Hello,
I'm
I'm
really going to do
Jorge.
this. I'm glad there aren't any mirrors around here. Good evening, ma'am.
Evening.
I'm here for a meeting.
Could you please show me your employee card?
Oh, of course.
Jasně, že mám kartu. To je mohl dát, když mám v inventáři.
You need my card?
You're all good. Wait a minute.
What is it?
I know you.
You do?
You're that famous painter.
Well,
Oh my god, I forgot your name. What is it? Oh, I know. Salvador Dali. I've been to your gallery. It was years ago, though. Such beautiful paintings you have there.
yes.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to waste your time, Mr. Dali. You must have something very important to do
Není na
upstairs.
dlouhou pesek otázky.
Yes.
Super.
A very important meeting. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Goodbye, Mr. Dali.
Super, čus. Jedu. Voláš z otevřeného výtahu?
Hi, Richard. What's up?
Hey, Judy. I made it past the receptionist, and I'm in the elevator.
2 metry od mě. Hej, tak se mi oblafnul, ty
I had to
vole.
disguise myself.
A jedu.
I'll tell you later. So, where's the office?
Let's see. Should be on the top floor.
Thanks. I'll be in touch.
No a tam i vidí
Good luck.
plány té budovy. To je super, jo? Nějaká agentka nebo něco. Tak, tady se jít nedá. Jsou dveře. Ale tohle mě zajímá víc. Elektrina. Tak co, vypni pojistky.
I'll try to cut off the electricity. Hopefully that will disconnect the door's security lock. Oops. Looks like I turned off the electricity for the whole floor. I better act fast before someone comes.
Oj, oj. Okay.
This thing doesn't read fingerprints. I need a card.
Card for it. Okay, I have a card.
The scanner isn't working because of the...
Aha. Je vlastně vypnutá elektřina, že žádný
It
skan.
worked. The door's open.
To je teda bezpečnostní systém, že vedle dveří dám elektřinu a když tam v tom vypnu pojistky, tak je po všem, jako jo.
I'll just leave it there.
Nechám, nás zajímá určitě stůl. Počítač. Počítač.
Nope. I need the password. There's no way I'll be able to crack it. I would take it with me to have Judy check it out, but it's fastened to the table.
Přidělané ke stolu, jo.
Urban's phone will really help me.
To je taky
Better
super,
bring
jak
this
se
to
nepozná, že
Judy.
to je telefon.
Maybe
jako.
she can track some of his calls.
Co, ten počítač, ne?
I'll leave that.
Nice view. Abych to viděl tak nožem.
I don't want to destroy that.
Ne?
Wow, what a view. It makes you think. The kind-hearted, honest people of this world live in shacks, while the lot... I'm glad I never started a career in politics.
Se dívají. Takže počítač neberem, nebo co?
Nope, I need the password. There's no way I'll be able to...
OK, tak počítač neberem.
Nothing useful. Nothing...
Nic.
Nothing useful.
Taky nic. Tady ty složky nás nezajímají. Jo, takhle jako k šuplíku, no.
Work documents, project folders, budgets. Nothing useful for me.
A teďka jako ještě je první a druhý šuplík.
Work doc...
Tady druhý.
Work...
Ne, dobré. Tak to je štěstí. A tady šuplíky asi už nemá. Skříně nic. No, OK, takže mám telefon a běžím zpátky k Judy, jo? S telefonem.
The phone might be all I need. I should leave before someone finds out I'm here.
Rychle pryč.
My job here is done. Better get out quickly before someone shows up.
I'm telling you, that guy's out of his mind.
I hear you, buddy, but you can't argue with the money.
Oh no, someone is coming.
Kam teď?
I
I don't understand why anyone would want to work here voluntarily.
Beats me.
If I didn't have a mountain of debt, I'd quit this madhouse tonight.
And I'd be right behind you.
How's the consulting business been lately?
I don't want to talk about it. This year's been a disaster. I haven't had a chance to refocus since that nightmare you and I went through. I still can't believe it really happened.
I think about it every day. It was horrible. But on the other hand, if old Elmstat is finally dead, maybe it was worth it.
Hajzlové.
As long as we don't have to deal with them again.
I hope I never see those.
Shh! Keep it down. They might be listening.
Yeah. Just turn the lights back on and let's go get a drink.
A jdete na drink, jo? Parádička. Takže vy hajzlové, vy jste tak...
That was close. Well, now I know for sure that Raban had something to do with my father's death. But who are they talking about? I shouldn't stick around to find out, though. I need to get out of here.
Rychle pryč. Ty jo, to je dobré. Nasaď si ten knírek, než vyrazíš z toho výtahu. No, pane David, to je váš knírek. No, ona mě vlastně nevidí. Na těch 5 metrů, proto bylo možné se tady před ní přestrojit. Takže Judy. Hello Judy. Here you have a phone. Judy má iPhone a já furt tlačítkový telefon.
All I could find was his phone.
That might be enough. Let's check it out.
Tak, co máme?
Okay, show me something good, baby. Show me something good. Looks like he only used this phone to call his family. Maybe a few people from the office, nothing out of the ordinary.
So it's useless? Maybe he has a second phone.
Doubtful. He's got anti-scan on this one, and that's illegal. He wouldn't risk putting that on a second device.
Anti-scan. Aren't you scanning it now?
Because I have the physical phone. You can't scan him wirelessly.
I see.
Sorry, buddy. I can take a closer look, but I doubt there's anything deeper than what's for dinner calls.
Okay, well, give it back to me then.
No, tak mám aspoň nový telefon.
I shouldn't make any calls from Raban's phone. It's already risky just having it in my pocket. I shouldn't make any calls from Raban's phone. It's already risky just having it in my pocket.
No to mám být jako vrátit. Ne. Dcerka se dostane do telefonu.
I don't want Patricia to know I stole that.
I don't want to... Nothing else you...
Tak teď to rozbiju kladivem. Nůžkama,
A
nožem.
pair of... No. I don't think... Comparing my cell phone with Raban's is like comparing medieval and modern technology. I shouldn't make any calls from Raban's phone. It's already risky just having it in my pocket.
Volat s něho nechce.
What a mess.
Tak ještě zkusíme kancelář.
The smartphone I borrowed from Raban's office. I hope... I can't just do... There's a... I don't think that... What can I say? An old phone... An old...
Porovnat čísla.
I don't need to call anyone from the phone book right now. I don't need to call anyone... I don't... I can't just... The access... Why would I...
Alright. Judy to bude chvíli trvat, tak to se vrátím. Já nevím, vlastně vrátila, že to je k ničemu. Tak co mi ještě povíš?
Hi.
You're back. What can I do for you?
Man in the corridor.
I heard a strange conversation between two men
ještě ti
outside
chlapi, o
Raban's
čem se
office.
bavili.
They said they were glad my father is dead because they were afraid of them. Any thoughts on who they are?
Could be anybody. Unless. No, that would be insane.
Že mi
What?
něco napadá.
Tell me.
There was a string of cases not unlike your father's murder back in the 80s. Within a year, we had 4 or 5 killings, all of them suspiciously similar. It was a big deal back then. The whole force was on it. We learned about it at the academy. Everybody had a different theory, but there was one I found particularly convincing.
Which is...
Some say there's an underground organization in the city. They mostly lay low. Some drug money here, blackmail money there. But when push comes to shove, they take care of those who oppose them.
You're talking about an organized crime syndicate. Some kind of secret mafia?
Very secret. The papers ran stuff on it at the time. You can find it easily enough in the library.
Thanks, Judy. I'll look into it.
Anytime.
Library, okay.
Where do you think I should look next?
Honestly, I don't know. There's nothing here you can call evidence. And the few clues you have lead to a dead end. But if you really think your father's death might be connected to those old murders, go to the library. Read more there.
Good idea.
Napadlo. A co stalo?
What else can you tell me about that?
Not much. I learned about those murders from a textbook. And keep in mind, the existence of a secret society is just a conspiracy theory. Nothing
No,
more.
tak asi není, no.
But you said you thought the theory was...
It would explain a lot, but that's not the same as having evidence to prove it's true.
Haven't the police ever looked into it?
Sure, investigating organized crime is an ongoing effort in the city. Hell, the CIA even stepped in after that string of murders.
And?
They found...
But what?
Richard, do you believe aliens?
No,
Why?
there's no proof that...
Exactly. Thousands of people investigate alien life, and a handful of crazies even say they've met them, but no undeniable proof. Same thing here.
If you say so.
Takže se o to
So maybe it wasn't
přestalo
Raban at
mluvit.
all. Or maybe Raban is under the control of these people. I need to find out more about this.
I should go.
See you around.
Takže... Hurá do knihovny. Takže to vypadá, že to je napojené na nějakou organizaci. Starý děda. Tady možná ještě dáme pauzičku malou.